In this video, we'll briefly talk about just getting set up for linear regression in the TI-83 and TI-84. We'll do a one-time setup, and then I'll show you how to do something in case you ever delete a data list. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go and turn on our diagnostics. Yours already may be on. We're going to go ahead and do it anyway just to make sure. You only need to do this once. You never need to do it again unless you reset your calculator. So we are going to come over to the catalog, and the catalog can be accessed by pressing the second 0 button. Now it doesn't matter what screen you're on, second 0 button will take you to the catalog. And we want to scroll down to the D's for diagnostic. And to do that, rather than to have to scroll all the way down, notice that the green D is above the X and the -1 there, and you press that button. That will take you to the D's. We're going to scroll down until we see diagnostics, and we want to turn diagnostic on. So all I have to do is, when my little arrow is next to diagnostic on, hit enter. This will drop it into my home screen. I'll press enter again, and it'll just simply say done. Now I don't really see what that's accomplished, but we'll see later on that this will ensure that we are able to produce quality measures. By quality I mean something called the R-squared. If you normally where you're going to enter your data, and there's another video on this, but if you go to stat, and in stat is where you would enter all your statistics. So on the edit column, number 1, the edit feature will take you to where you see all your different lists. Now, one of the common mistakes people make whenever clearing these lists out is, instead of hitting, really what you want to do is go up to the list name, hit clear, and then enter. And what that'll do is it'll clear out all the data in that list. However, some people will accidentally go to the top and will press delete. And now you notice that list 1 has disappeared from my options. So to get that back in there, what I will do is I will go to, first of all, I'll quit out of there, second mode. I will go to stat, and under the edit menu I will do setup editor option 5, drops it into my home screen. Press enter, that executes it, and what that has done is now if I go back into stat, edit, you'll see that my L1 is back again. So that is a way to reset it. That's something that people commonly run into. As a final thing, this is sort of, I guess, a one-time thing as well. What we want to do is set up our plot, the way our plot will appear. So go to second y equals. We're going to select plot 1 and hit enter, and right down here your feature should look exactly like this, with the exception of maybe yours says off, but that's okay. In a future video you'll see how to regulate between on and off. The type, we always want to get a scatter plot, so we just want dots. We don't want connected pieces or anything like that. Our X list, it's important that this comes from L1. Now you notice back in the stat edit that L1 and L2 correspond to what we see here in our plot 1, L1, L2. So your X values you're always going to put into L1, and if it doesn't say L1, you press the second and the 1 button, and that will put the L1 feature in. If you want the Y values in L2, you will get second 2, and that will ensure that you get it into list 2. The mark you can choose, I really recommend using the square point, since that will ensure that you get plots, big size dots that you can actually see. And that's pretty much it for setting it up. Once we quit out of there, and in the next videos you'll actually be able to see how to enter your data in and how to perform regressions. But pretty much the things to remember is anything that says stat, these two features will allow you to manipulate your scatter plots and your scatter plot features.